So this is going to be my first training session with Koda and Kali, with them using poles to learn how to trot. So this is Kali up first. You can see she's galloping in the back. We're going to try it again in a few seconds. And here we go, a little slow motion. She gets it in the front for a few seconds and losing it. I figure out later that the poles are too far apart. And she's completely given up at that point, and now she's galloping. And I don't quite realize this is what is going on here. She looks pretty good in the front, and then she loses it in the last, about halfway through. And I'm setting the poles up because she's stepping on them and knocking them out of distance. They're about 24 inches at this point before I adjust it, and you can see her going straight into a gallop in the back. And here we go again. This is Koda. He does a lot better with the 24 inches. He's a little bit bigger dog, but you can see his first pass through, he doesn't quite get it. Now with him, this looks beautiful. We work a lot more on his rear end awareness because of some steep steps we have, and because he's a dock diver. So he has a lot more awareness in his hind legs than she does, which is evident from these clips when you watch both their back ends. Even the 24 inch is a little bit too much for Koda. You can see he starts to get a little, probably tired, maybe a little frustrated. Eventually you'll see him kind of go through that. I'm trying another pass with her again, thinking maybe a little incubation time would help her sitting out. And you can see she does pretty good here until she steps on that pole and she gets a little frustrated. Here she goes. She starts off at a gallop. At this point, I think she's completely given up. There we go again. Another pass. This is with Koda. He is also beginning to get a little bit more frustrated. His frustration tolerance is much higher than Kali's. So when he gets frustrated, you know you have to try something different. And there he is. He's just complete at a gallop. He's like, these are too far apart. And I finally figured that out. And here's when I go and I adjust. I'm like, maybe they're too far apart. So I move them closer to 20 inches apart instead of the 24, because Kali is about 22 inches height at the withers, and Koda's about 24, so I thought 24 inches would be good, but it wasn't. So I moved it back to 20 after giving them a couple of passes. And I'm going to try Kali one last time, and here we go. This is a beautiful clip of Kali at a pretty good trot here. Every other leg is working together, and there she goes. That's it.